(10:55 p.m. Wednesday. 12, 13, 14. It's something like that. 12, 13, 14 March 2014. That Prius, from this perspective, sitting down in the Insight, actually looks pretty big. They do have it sitting up high, and they got a really big passenger space in there. I really do think it's actually larger than the next generation Prius. Next generation Prius does twice the mileage though, so they probably also made it out of aluminum versus steel. And I know that one's made of steel. Magnets stick to it. Damn, a lot of stuff in my head. In any day. Today was a work in West Lawn. It's been 7 years there, so it's home territory, but I'm really not part of it the way it certainly can't be. I mean, I left. But it's nice to work there. Past couple of weeks I've been working there. There's a little bit of rush here and there. Most of the times on schedule it's pretty dead. It's not as profitable as I would like, but I'm just really thrilled to be able to just be there and be part of that. Thing, in economies you could call these things organs or glands or whatever. Oh, man. Seeing what passes through. I'm going to turn the camera towards me eventually. And there's a day I had 5 runs. That's not much. But I got, it means we're really quiet. There wasn't a lot going on based on the amount of drivers, just in case. West Lawn's got a good history of going bonkers sometimes. It's not inner city density, but it's got a really solid, dense customer base. It's pretty large. But all Domino, they do the same thing. They're a little smaller, but pizza joints, we got to be able to get there in 15 minutes and get back in 15 minutes. That's the number for one delivery. So how much population is around in that 15-minute area? That's how many drivers you need on numbers. This place has been around for, I think, since 1996. It's got a long history. You know pretty much what could happen. And you never know exactly when, but could. So there's a few rushes in there, but a delivery driver is like a mouse in a race to get to the end with as many things in his mouth as it can get in his mouth to put in the reward section. And what seems to be, well, that's how business would do it, but that's right. Well, I don't do it that way, but some people would and have, and it causes problems. Grab 3, and they're not in the right trajectory. The reason that someone would grab 3 not in the right trajectory is make sure they got that extra one in, because there might not be nothing left by the time you get back. Each run is worth $3, so they gotta take that into account. It's hard for drivers to do that too. Sometimes I obviously, as I said, I know, but yeah, one of those could be that big one. I had a big one today. Save the day. Thank you very much. I was there for 4 hours. I had 5 runs. And on average, each run takes 20 minutes. That's average. So there was a lot of time in there I wasn't making deliveries, and that's where the money's at. One of the drivers was, because talking about this independent pizza shop, everybody who is big charges delivery fee and keeps it. And the drivers get whatever the customers are willing to tip above what the cost of the product is according to where they're buying it from. And they kind of keep finding ways to raise the price without Diane, what's she need now? I thought she was leaving. Yeah. pillow out to put on the seat of this Insight. And she called me to tell me that they're saying the winds are gusting up to 50 and the limbs might be coming down. Don't park cars underneath the trees. That's a good thing to be telling me, actually. But there's no leaves on these trees. And then Hurricane Sandy came through when they did have leaves on them and took out anything that was going to fall easy. So I'm not really worried about it. But, you know, I thanked her for telling me. She was looking out for us. Whew, gotta throw on the heat, man. It was just flurrying outside when I was out there. It was 58, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a cold front moving through. Switching off the driver thing for the moment. I'm sure I'll come back to it. That's what I do for a living. She was actually worried about the sliding glass door that we're eventually going to put on this house that doesn't have a back door. You're like, isn't it going to be too big to, you know, the handle's going to be behind the mirror. I'm like, well, we'll measure it. And I'm sure they have a few different sizes. Not everybody's house is the same size. Pretty much. And how big a sliding glass door do you think you need for those who got big ones? It's got to be the right size to do the job on the size house we ended up with. Oh, and I'm so grateful every day. Today, I can turn that down. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Today I actually got to go home for the first time since I owned this vehicle. It's the only thing I got left from the good times when I was a manager. And that was taken away, but you know. I really enjoyed that, actually. I really did. I did. I did the best I could for my employees, and they did the best they could for me, and corporate said this is what you can and cannot have. Okay? We'll play. But, you know, they didn't crucify me. You know, your job was sold. That ain't crucifixion. It's just, don't need you no more. Crucifixion is hate. Yeah. Much quicker ways to take somebody out of the game. I'll try doing another one. Walking through my life, you know, I do understand that she is lonely and she just loved to have a genie around to always make her happy. cool. I gotta live my life too, and together we did this, which is really amazing. Then we each had things that had to happen to get where we're at. That's all life, actually. I was thinking about sharing before I said all that stuff, but nonetheless. None of the circumstances, I just couldn't see a reason why she would want to leave what she's got. She did it. Now she's with something else. There's a lot of things in that I could talk about, but I'd probably talk it out of my ass. There's so many scenarios that happen in life. Pick the wrong one, and if that person actually likes you, you basically pick the wrong one, they're not going to like you for that. Some things you keep your mouth shut about, let them happen. Hard to do that when you're a kid, you know. I remember being a kid and the adults, because I'm very good at reading. I'm an actor, except I'm not acting. I just went in Rome. Do as the Romans do. Notice. Yes, I did. So, you know, I was pretty good at it. But it took a long time for me to figure out, or have it burned into me. It depends on how you look at it. Your brain, anything that changes it, especially in really intense ways. Here, let me burn you. You'll remember that, right? It's that kind of thing. It's not burning in the context that I'm really going to stick a cinder on your arm and say, deal with it. It happens. Sometimes people do that, actually. Many other ways to have a burning cinder on your arm in time. Good thing there is time, actually. Pumping myself again. Time wizard. I know about the Time Lord I died, but do I? Yeah. I do. Only my trust. I trust Daddy. Like the movies, you know. If I die while I'm awake and I just close my eyes, the last thing I say is goodbye, I loved you. Might say it differently, probably. That'd probably be straight too. And if there was time, yeah, I would have told you I was drunk a lot, but I'm not drinking now. It's time to die. I lay myself before the Lord and say, it is what it is. This is what I am, what I did. Ain't nothing gonna change it, and I hope you don't hate me.